Sydney more than happy to slow things down into a half court. Nice inside ball from Bradley to Madgen. Had some Achilles issues and got managed through those as well. Ball lays. There's that quick ball movement. Willoughby, bang! Exactly how Nat Hurst wants to see Adelaide play on offence. George. Bounce to Nicholson. Nowhere to go, so she'll finish herself. Lovely work from Loz.
Yeah, she showed a lot of poise out there because Adelaide did a good job of coming across and stopping her. She didn't panic. There we see Turner slipping the screen twice in a row, this time finishing strongly.
So Brianna Turner plays the role of facilitator in the WNBA, more of an option to score here in the WNBL as Richards does just that. And that someone is Turner. They now try to play the two-man.
Oh, I think Willoughby could have just kept going on her own. She didn't need to try and make that thread the needle pass.
Richards, George, good ball movement to get Nicholson open. Madgen to the corner for Richards. Back to Tess. Will she take on Bourne? She will. Tries to get to position. Good support from Bradley. Saw her teammate was in trouble and came to assist. Bradley trying to get past Mansfield. Now wide open Dee Dee Richards. She's captain of that team for a couple of seasons. Marchant sits at 9. Bradley. Clever, as always. Such a high basketball IQ, Paige Bradley. Important stop for them as they try to just hang around here. Stabilise the situation. Turn a nice feed through. Beautiful rejection from Emma Clark.
It's playing a bit too much denial, front foot denial, we say, as we could see Lauren Nicholson.
George doesn't elect to shoot the three. Back to Nicholson. Kayla now takes position. Kicks it out. Clark goes herself off the glass.
That's that great ball movement.
Another opportunity. Rowe from long range. That won't go. Again, George keeps it alive. Bradley inside. Kayla outside. Nicholson. 8 seconds. And they get the two they were looking for. George. Rowe cuts towards the hoop. Kayla dishes to Nicholson. Draws a crowd. Back to George. So can Adelaide string together a few good minutes here, Laurie? They've been up and down, inconsistent in games this season. And this has been a problem for them. Sydney's in defensive intensity is leading the points. Wednesday, thanks to Ford. Jason Bennett alongside Laurie Chiswick. Megan Huswaite courtside. George. Panousis. Emma Clark, the sharpshooter. Gets to position, can't finish. Turner spins away with it. Off to Willoughby. Can Jocelyn get going for Adelaide? Lovely. Worked on Nicholson. Comes up with 2. Well, Nicholson and Richards have 7 apiece for Sydney. George to Panousis. Nice step. Got herself some space. Then pops it over the top to Rowe. Patient from Sydney. She's the go-to player in this second term as Adelaide try to turn the faucet on. Covered this time by Clark. Then the switch defence from Richards. Turner with that incredible wingspan. Just reaches out and plucks it. Gives it to Brazel, who hits the 3. Brazel, Turner, well done. Nicholson read it well. Broke it up. Another turnover. And they convert it into points. Done it regularly tonight, and they do it again. The first sign for Adelaide is them drying up the points for Sydney. Now they've got to start scoring some themselves to eat into this deficit. And that will help.
That'll help, exactly right.
Can Adelaide get something going at the offensive end now? Just find something that works for them. They can go back to the well a few times on. Borlay's just somehow carved her way through traffic. Feels like right now, if they can get some shots to drop, they can get right back in on the scoreboard. Because defensively, they've put the brakes on. Madgen, try and loosen the shackles.
So far tonight, and that have just missed. They've been good shots to take, so nice to see that one drop.
Again, Borlays looks to carve through, and again she does. Bradley ran into some traffic, so Madgen to Richards. Rowe, beautifully done, Willoughby. Just stripped it away. They've now got the 2-on-1. She'll go to Turner. Richards will arrive, but Bree will finish.
Great pass just in the air, a little bit above Turner.
Lays the inbound to Turner. Beautiful. Bradley, Richards, George, beautifully weighted pass.
Oh, that's what we need. That's what Sydney need to to get Kayla George more involved. Beautifully, just the timing, but we can see there, George just really good positioning.
Willoughby. Good pressure again from Sydney. It was the hallmark of their opening term. Created a series of turnovers. Some defensive intensity, and that's well worked from Bourne. Bradley to Nicholson. Here's George. Back to Loz. Puts up the three and drains it.
Keep the defensive efforts going, so a lot of keeping.
Thanks, Bex. Bradley for three. To Bradley. There's Loz.
That zone.
Yes, sir. To Kira Rowe. To Nicholson. Works it nicely back to Rowe. Beautiful ball movement again from Sydney. Bradley to George. Down to three. Was Kayla go herself on Turner? She does. And well done, Bourne. Pulls it down. Off to Mansfield. Lovely find inside to Turner. Good ball movement from Adelaide. She's just got incredible reach, doesn't she?
Certainly does.
Great hands. Imagine against Basham. Smart from the veteran. Mansfield being harassed by Panousis. Bourne from the corner is good. Basham. Mansfield. Got Bourne in the corner again. Lauren will go herself, and why not? Thanks, Megs. Megan Huswaite courtside as we start the final term in Sydney. Imagine receives from Bradley. She's got George baseline, and Kayla likes it from there. Richards to Nicholson. Back to DD. Now to the corner for Madgen. Geez, they've got some open shooters tonight. They've worked the floor and created space for themselves superbly. Bradley. Good job controlling the offense tonight. George, nice work to Madgen. Sydney getting rolling. They're really starting to build a bit of momentum.
They really are. Just that little two-man game with Madgen.
Have really improved as the season's gone on, and Sydney start to roll now.
They're definitely coming good at the right end of the year, aren't they, Meg? Says Willoughby with a classic finish.
Willoughby in front of her for a good portion of it, but then just that nice little...
Wow.
Yeah.
On Brazel in the end, it finds its way to Loz. George is going to have to put this one up. Tough finish. Just grazes the nylon. And away comes Izzy Borlays. How's that for some handles? Can she get through and finish? No, she can't, because Clark stuck to it. Willoughby from the corner is good. George to Nicholson. Margin at 15 with just over 7 to play. Loz to Kayla from that spot again. She's made a career of it. Lays over the top to Bourne. Richards, good pressure as he tosses up the shot. Willoughby cleans up the shot. Lays inbounds to Bourne to Turner. Bounces it into Willoughby. Against Clark. Draws the extra help. Kicks to the outside and Brazel drains it. Nicely worked from Adelaide.
The nerves could start playing a part.
I said at the start of the night, they're so much better than the 4-8 record suggests. That's beautiful from Nicholson to Richards. And that's why, Laurie, because they just hang around Adelaide. They keep coming at you for 4 quarters. George. Bradley. Madgen. Nice work on Willoughby. Turner came across.
You know, we know that she's not particularly quick.
Of their book tonight. I am on a 9 p.m. flight out of Sydney, so I was putting to the universe that there would be no overtime. So I may hand it over to you for the 90-minute post-game.
You might be able to get the earlier flight the way this game's rocketing along. Brazel. There is Bree Turner.
You know, attacking.
That's what Nat's been saying. Nicholson. To Nicholson. They're up by 14 here with 3.5 to play. Richards, George from the other side. Richards to George, works off Willoughby, then kicks to the corner. Madgen, Nicholson open. Lovely ball movement from the Flames.
Such great ball movement. Wider open than she was. Made that extra pass, and Nicholson did not let her down.
Brazel. So look at Brazel and Borlase and Bourne. I think the future's bright for Adelaide. They can keep this core group together as Bradley lays in another 2.
Really good timing of Kayla George, looking like, oh, I might shoot it, I might pass it, and Bradley just continues to fight and goes hard.
And gets an assist there.
Wow.
Well done, Paige Bradley. Panousis. Clark, back to Vanessa. Just grazes the front iron. Izzy Borlase on her way to Brazil to represent the Opals in the Olympic qualifier. Excitement for that entire club. Heavy collision under the basket, and Panousis the beneficiary. Final seconds. Vanessa jacks up a 3 and finishes it in style. The Flames get the job done.